morning, bright eyes. A cold morning indeed. My thermometer reads 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's after an hour of packing up and getting ready to go. We're now into the crux of the Zirkel alternate. How this works is you take a series of trails from Wyoming Trail up to Red Dirt Pass, but then the trails are non-existent. You go and drop down to the Frying Pan Basin. Now this is different than the Jonathan Lay route, which is critical because if you follow that route, you have to cross a huge boulder scree field. It's got to be at least a half mile across, if not longer, and that's very tiring and dangerous. Instead, I drop down way down to Schaefer Creek below the Scree Taylor's field, and then back up the Frying Pan Basin, and then find an old trail that does show up on some of the older topos that then brings us back up to the divide. Now that's a lot of climbing. We got 2,000 feet and 5 miles to go up to Red Dirt Pass, then down 1,500 roughly. I think up another 1,500 before we reach the divide. So by noontime, we should already have gotten like 3,500 feet, but then it's really nice cruising along the divide, a little bit down, some ups, to 7 lakes. So that's the plan. I think the total is going to be somewhere on the order of 14 to 15 miles. We're going to find out because there's no recorded mileage for the non-trail sections. So let's get going, right? Happy trails. Yay! We made it to the highest point of the day and likely the highest point for the rest of this hike. This spot is a little bit special because I found it 10 years ago when I was going southbound, and it's a little culvert or dip in the top of the mountain, so you can sit here and be out of the wind. Been pretty windy, that's why I had to put on the raincoat and then cover my hat because the hat almost came off even with the string. So anyways, just a splendid area. What a great place to have a grand finale for Colorado. We still have more. We got to get to 7 lakes, and it's just beautiful all the way down. There's a little bit of up and down, but mostly down at this point, so I'm pretty happy with the effort. Going so slow, it was a lot of bushwhacking in the Frying Pan Basin that you didn't see, a lot of rough, non-trail, rocky, over and past Red Dirt Pass, and it's just a tough section, but it's beautiful. It's worth it. So if any of you long-distance hikers are going by this way and you have the time, I highly recommend it. So Anyways, we're gonna have lunch here, even though it's late, then get on and maybe make the campsite by, I don't know, 5 o'clock or so. I'm not too worried about it because from here on, it's just open ridgeline. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming along. Happy trails. Well, that's where lodging will be acquired for the evening, but it hasn't yet. I'm just plumb beat. A really short day mileage-wise, but boy, it really put a number on your legs and knees and hips. Anyways, I know I'm not supposed to be in this exact spot, but I saw a lot of tents throughout the 7 lakes. Last time I was here, I recognized that there was not many campsites that fit the requirement of being 100 feet away from the water, and unfortunately I'm not. So I'm breaking the rules in the Zirkel wilderness. I will be very minimally impactful. I promise, but I gotta just drop anchor somewhere, and this is it. Otherwise I'll just wander around these lakes looking for something that doesn't exist. A lot of hunters around, seems like. Anyways, that was a superlative section, sublime. Really enjoyed hiking that little bit of wide open Continental Divide for the last time. Feel the power of the divide through your feet. It really is something, the top of the continent, and you can walk along it and feel it. And so I'm very happy to have done it. the Zirkel alternate is so worth it, but it takes a lot more effort than normal. So anyways, we're here now. Time to just make camp, eat dinner, do the whole thing. Hopefully you'll see me tomorrow. Happy trails.